an interesting party to the underlying narrative that we always tell you about here. So we had this whole chat this morning about what was correct and what was not correct. The guys that were in the room, we were talking to the guys in the room about this particular trade here. We highlighted the idea that we should be selling this based on the class we did yesterday. We got a scalp trade in there. We made some money. And then we got scratched out. And then we got another scalp trade in here. And again, another screenshot. We made some money. We're talking about this all the way through this process. And we got another scratch trade. And then we got another scalp trade in here. And we made some money. And yes, another scratch trade. And then we got another scalp trade here. And we made some money. And yes, another scratch trade. And then we went again into it. And guess what happened? We suddenly knocked one out the park, didn't we? We kicked a big winner into the books. We were talking about this rally. We says we can't sell on the way up. You got to wait till it turns, wait till it turns, wait till it turns, and then hit the bid hard. So we waited till it turned, pinned the top edge twice, and then we hit the bid hard, just like we said we would. The takeaway quickly added a quick $1,000, $1,500 into your account. So we had basically 3 full trades, 3 scratches, and then we got the winner. And this proves the point we were making about having to be involved in the auction, having to read every single swing. You can't apply the same rule to every single swing you're trying to trade, because the rules will have changed. The story, the narrative, the delta auction, the book auction, the value auction, they will all be adjusting to some degree or another. And what we've got to do is we've got to then read that adjustment, allow ourselves to give ourselves a bit of space with that adjustment, and then trade according to the adjustment. So that's the most important takeaway from that whole exercise. If we take away from that whole exercise the fact that being participants in an auction means that we sometimes have to do some offering into trade levels, but knowing that we are doing it for a real reason, not just because it happens to be a top edge, but because the value on a macro chart was diverging strongly, then that's the answer to your question. How do I play a market? Because you play it according to the developing circumstances. It's not static, it does change. And we sold it 3 times. The price then pressed again to the top side. We sold it again at the top edge. We waited because the delta changed on us at that stage. And we waited for the turn. We hit $1,500 out the park. It's beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful, and it was easy. There was nothing difficult about the trade at all. So anyway, welcome in, guys. Of course, it is Friday, and of course we are coming to the end of another week, and we still have some data to come out. We have the global manufacturing PMIs at 13:45 London, and the ISM numbers coming out at 1400 hours London, which is just now in 45 odd minutes, guys. 45 odd minutes for the ISM manufacturing. Cash open in 16 minutes. Welcome in, guys. I'm going to grab some lunch pizza today. I think it's pepperoni pizza today. So one of my favorites. I'll take that any day of the week. Wonderful.